Hi, everybody. Welcome to Michelle's Mystic Corner. I am Michelle Metheny. I am a tarot professional reader. I am a high priestess and a certified numerologist. And today we are going to talk about the Lenormands. I also have with me my co host, Dax Carlisle. He is a tarot professional. He is the founder of the Tarot Guild and the Psychic Cafe. He is a hypnotherapist. He is also a numerologist. So I'd like to say hi, Dax.
Hi, how's it
How
going?
are good? How are you today?
Okay. I was just a little lost in the beginning there. It's like your camera disappeared and the
Yep.
sh the show's starting and I'm like, where did Michelle go? So now the whole beginning of the show on the video is blank, so I don't know how I'm going to edit that. So, oh my God.
I'm
Okay,
so
so
sorry, my computer.
we got to work on the beginning of the shows a little, I think.
Yes. I was there. My computer was not wanting to turn, my camera did not want to turn on.
Yeah, I don't know why it turned off in the first place. It was you were fine. You were up there. I turned my camera off, uh not doing during the it's hard to explain. Not during the other shows that we do. I don't bother to do that, but when it's like when
Yeah.
it's Catherine's show, if or your show, or geez, who else? Maria's
Maria.
show,
Yeah.
when it's their show, I always turn my camera off and have their camera on so they can do the beginning of the show. And then they bring me on when they want to. They may want to talk for 20 minutes about, something. I know
Right.
Maria wants to talk about the
Oh,
International Association of Angel Practitioners for 15 minutes, before she breaks down. And that's perfectly fine. Yeah. Yeah.
awesome.
Dan says it's retrograde hitting us again, and I'm like, yeah, it could be. Oh, Jamie's in the chat. Jamie,
No, it's me.
yeah, hey, I was trying to be nice and not say that it's not Mercury retrograde, Dan. It's your freaking wife. No, but Jamie said, I finally, glad I finally figured out how to be notified when a show
Ooh,
is about to start. Yeah. And
nice.
there's two things. First of all, you want to subscribe to the channel, so hit the subscribe button. And then also a lot of people don't know how YouTube works. There's actually, when you hit subscribe, there's multiple levels of subscription. So it automatically, when you hit subscribe, it automatically puts you in the center version now, and you can hit the one above it, which is the bell icon, and now you're going to get notified everything we do on the channel. So when one of our lives is going live, when we just uploaded a premiere or uploaded a new video or some other kind of content, you're going to get notified. And then there's the middle one, which is kind of like, it tries to figure out what's more relevant to you, and it's not like everything we post. And then there's one below that where you're only notified occasionally. So when you hit subscribe, not just on our channel, but I'm talking about like any channel out there, if you really want their content, you hit subscribe. You got to hit that bell icon too. Also, it helps to, of course, like the video. So if you're enjoying the shows, go ahead and like each video you watch. And when you go to our channel, and you can get there either by going to Psychic Talk on YouTube, doing a search. Of course, you're probably going to have to go in under filters and click for channels so you could find our channel, because there's so much psychic stuff on YouTube. But You can go to our channel, find us that way, or just type open a new tab in your browser, type in psychic.cafe/YouTube, and right at the top of our channel, you're going to see all the upcoming live streams. Those are our shows, and each one of them has a notify button on it. You can go notify, 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 notify. If you only are interested, you only want to see Michelle's shows, just click on Michelle's notify. If you only want to see the angelic view with Maria, just click on those, or click on all of them if you want to see all of our shows. Yep. So that's how you get notified when our shows are going live. I haven't played around yet, Michelle, with the premiere thing. You can set it as a
Hmm.
premiere. I don't even
Yeah.
I don't even know if you need to really do that, because like they already notify folks, as Jamie just said, she got notified
Yeah.
that we were doing a show. Oh, and Grand Madame Tarot's in there. Hey, Grand Madame Tarot.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So
Woohoo.
this is exciting. Second and fourth
Yes,
Saturdays of the month. You're here.
I am.
Uh
And today is exciting. Lots to talk about today.
Yeah, I'm very excited about the Lenormand, because like I know nothing about the Lennies, and the most I know is there's 36 cards. I know some of the individual cards. My favorite one is the ones that when it has the key on it, and it kind of reminds me of the movie The Secret for some reason, with the key. And so,
Yes.
but I don't know anything about like how you read with them and everything, because they're completely different from tarot. Tarot has a whole structure to it, whereas the Lenormand and decks like the Oracle decks and stuff don't quite have, like a structure per se. Yep.
Well, actually,
Mm-hmm.
the Lennies, the Lenormands, I call them Lenormand only because I'm not good.
Lenormand.
Lenormand.
Lenormand. Yeah,
Yes.
it's French. Most people say Lenormand is how they say it
Yes.
in English,
They actually
Oh.
do have a structure,
Mm.
and they're actually not an oracle.
Yeah, I
They,
know they're not an oracle. I know that.
mhm.
Hmm.
They have a very strict structure to them, and the pictures are not where the meanings come from. The meanings actually come from the words.
Oh, that's cool.
So,
Then why have the
so
pictures, That's
well,
really crazy. Well, wait a minute. We're
because,
getting ahead of ourselves. Wait, let's not jump into the topic, because we got a lot of other stuff to do for.
yes,
Yeah,
yes,
I know, but we're
that's
so
okay.
excited to talk about, because we've been wanting to talk about this for how long now? I don't know. But I see a lot of people popping in. Oh, Axel Kid says, I like your space background.
Thank you.
That's cool. That's cool. I'm actually sending the cafe background to all our hosts so they can use that if they want. Oh, have you guys seen that? I can show you it real quick. Let me see if I can turn off the OBS. I'm gonna turn the FaceTime camera on, and then I can go like this and see. There is the cafe
There it is.
background. Woo.
Yes.
Now I'm in the
Yes.
cafe. You can't see my microphone though. That's the thing. I'm gonna push the microphone out of the way.
That is okay.
Oh, wow. But hey, it's Saturday, April 13th. Oh, we missed Friday the 13th by one day. No, but Saturday, April 13th, 2024 reduces to 7. That seeker energy. Today's a great day for seeking. What do I mean by seeking? Well, if you're, in numerology, if your life path or sometimes your attitude number, destiny numbers is 7, they're the natural detectives. They want to know how does everything work, especially like the universal things, law of attraction, divinity, is there really the divine out there, the god, the grand ocean of divinity? Yeah, if you guys have never heard it, I don't use the I don't pronounce the God word because it's too divisive. So what I say is the G.O.D. Grand Ocean of Divinity, and yeah, so they want to know how all that works, and they're interested in like psychic stuff and tarot and numerology and astrology and all that kind of thing. And so the secret, you could be seeking something today. You might be seeking the answers to something. um and I actually, oh, wait a minute, now that I think about it, I got to turn this background off for a second, guys, because I got to show you something. And that is, I decided to pull a card from the Eternal Seeker Oracle. Yes.
Nice.
By Pamela Steele. And this is an oracle. The thing about oracles is like there's no structure to them, and they're meant to be read kind of card by card. Anyway, so I went in there and I shuffled and I pulled a card, and I got, you guessed it, the Seeker card. It's literally
Nice.
the Seeker card. It's based on the Fool card from tarot, and it's literally here. It's the 7-day with the Seeker energy, and I got the Seeker card. I just think that's, wow, it's like the universe winking at you, right? And so you might
Yep.
be embarking on a journey today. It could be, anything from like long distance foreign travel to like a little day trip, and it could be a literal journey, or it could be a journey like, like a new project or career or job, or maybe you're studying a new topic today. And then as you go forth in seeker mode today, what are you taking with you? I want you to think about that. When we're going on a trip, we always think about things like that. Oh, did I pack my toothbrush? Did I remember my to bring enough underwear? What about some heavy clothes in case it turns cold? That kind of, you're thinking about all the details. Did I bring this? Did I bring my shaver? In this case, though, it might be more figurative. It might be like, what are you, what are your skills and abilities? What are you bringing with you? What tools are in your toolbox that you're bringing with you? And then to go along with this, because I can never pull just one card, I pulled a tarot card, and I got the Emperor. Yes, and of course that card is card 4, structure. Okay, so it has really kind of a connection with the seeker energy. It could be a literal structure. Sometimes it's talking about like a home, a building, a road, a bridge, or non-physical things like non-physical structures, sets of rules governing bodies, family. Marriage is a structure, community. And it's also a card about confidence and strength and being in charge. And that's the kind of energy you need to bring to this, whatever it is you're seeking today. So that's the 2 cards I got. One from this the Eternal Secret Oracle, and one from the tarot. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. And just go at it with some strength and confidence, I think. A lot of times we want to be the seeker, and we want to start a new project or career or something new we're learning or what have you, but we go wishy-washy. It's like, well, I hope it works, or like, it would be nice if I could, switch careers to this. It's like, no, it's like, make a decision. It's like, yes, I'm doing this. Have some confidence in yourself, your skills and abilities that you've developed, and you can always develop new skills and abilities. So what did you get today?
Well, it's quite interesting because I got the book. Let's see here. I have to keep
Oh,
it right here.
hard to see. Yeah.
Here we go. The book.
Yeah, the book. Okay. That's pretty too.
So it is. So you need knowledge, you need information, you need what steps are you taking?
Mm.
Because victory is out there, the truth is there. So if you're going to do something, make sure you have all the information,
Mm-hmm.
and then you will find what you are looking for. And it's right there in front of you. You just got to open the book and look for it.
Yep. You know what I think is amazing, especially when you start off with the book there, that I was like, oh, that fits in exactly with what I was just talking about. Yeah.
And that's where yes, I had
Such a
one of
nice
your
synchronicity.
senior moments. I had one of your senior
Oh,
moments,
you
but that's
did?
where I was, yeah.
I
But
missed
that's where
it.
I was trying to go with that, was it was
Oh,
kind of reading into your reading.
which is
It just kind of,
that's just the universe doing another synchronicity to wink at you,
yes,
going, see, this stuff works.
yes.
And what I mean by that, by the way, is that right, it's all this stuff that happens on these shows with me and the other hosts, and it's stuff that cannot be explained by random chance. Yeah,
Yes,
that's a
yes,
synchronicity, you know. By the way,
yes.
Axel Kidd says the background is nice. Grand Madame Tarot says I really like the cafe background. Cool.
Yes, me too.
Dan says I think Dax should paint or get a wall sticker or tapestry and put on his wall behind him. Actually, I did that in the past. I have a really nice one, similar to the nice one that Michelle has. Actually, Michelle usually has two. You usually have two back there. But you know, you got the hand one, you know, and I
Yep.
got one. God, I can't even think about what I can't remember what's on it right now. But I have this really nice tapestry. It would take over this whole wall. It was huge.
Oh,
It
wow.
was for back in the day when I was on a random doing readings on a random,
Yeah.
and you had to
Yeah.
have a nice video background. Yeah, but hey,
No.
Dan, I don't need to do that. I can just pop this up when I want, you know, and then when I need to do the slides, I just switch to the OBS to the slide.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna start using that one. I'm gonna download it.
Mm, mm. So do you want to it's your show. What do we
Oh,
want to do now? We've got
so
questions in the chat. We've got a phone call we could take, and then also, of course, the
absolutely.
topic, the Lenormand. Did you want to take a
So,
phone call first? What do you think?
well, every time we take a phone call first, we don't get into the topic.
Yeah.
So, how about we start with the topic and then go into the phone calls?
Cool. All righty.
So, with the Lenormand, one of the things that I one of the things I like is called the Grand Tableau. Now, what that basically boils down to is you take all of the cards, and I have a tabletop. It's
Mm-hmm.
actually a it's actually a puzzle.
Your hand just disappeared. It just went away.
It did look, I'm
It,
handless.
yeah, it looks like you have half an arm.
But it's actually a puzzle. It's a felt puzzle keeper, and I have on it all the cards. I wrote on it. I'm creating my tableau, and it has all the cards written on there. So it doesn't have all the information, but it sort of looks like. See here, I'm trying to get this in here. We're not gonna get it, are we?
You might want to go back to not using the background.
Yeah,
Just saying, you know.
yeah. I think it'll make life easier.
Yeah.
Background
Yeah,
and
just have
done.
to go
Oh,
in there and boom.
hi.
Yeah. And see, that
Okay.
looks really good. Now I can see your cards on the table too, laid out.
Yeah, so I have them laid out. So here we go. This is the tableau,
Oh, okay.
but I have them laid out. So I have all my cards laid out on a table. So just to show you, this is the lilies. And this is my granny's postcard, Lenormand. Okay. So I also have to go with this, because you have to use 2 decks. And this is my old style Lenormand. This is the bear. And then I'm just going to lay, and I've shuffled real good. So I'm just going to lay this out right on top of the other cards. So it is whatever gets laid out. And the first deck is in order 1 through 36. And then the second deck is not in order because I've shuffled it. Okay, so with this, we now have all 36 cards ready to be used for the questions. Okay.
All
Okay.
righty. I got questions already because
So,
I was reading in the chat and I didn't hear like the last couple of minutes, and then suddenly I heard you said something about the second deck, and I'm like, what? She's using a second deck? I'm confused now. What are you actually doing?
okay. So since my table is not finished, I have 1 deck of cards laid out in order
Okay.
because my table isn't finished.
I get
My
you. Okay, so you have to have all the cards in order. They're like laid out, and
mm-hmm.
and then you put the cards from your deck you're shuffling randomly and putting on top of the spaces.
Yes.
Okay,
And this is
I
called the
think I
grand
get it.
tableau.
Remember,
Yeah.
this is all new to us tarot people out here. We're still trying to.
Right.
I mean, just the whole idea that you're using the entire deck is freaking me out right now. But you know, it's like I'm just trying to get a picture of this because I've never seen it done. I've never done it myself. I've done whole interviews with people that do Lenormand and still have no clue about Lenormand. You know, it's like I just interviewed them, let them talk. I had no idea what they were talking about. Anyway, I'm still in clueless here. So I'm just trying to picture
Okay.
this. It's kind of like having a template laid out and then
Yeah.
putting cards on it. That's really
Yes.
cool. That's cool.
Exactly. Exactly. And my template table is not finished. So I just laid a deck of cards out as my template table.
Cool. Okay.
Okay. So I've shuffled my cards, laid it out on the table, and we are ready for any questions to be taken.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So, okay, I'm still lost here, but like what I'm getting is the difference I'm seeing is that with tarot, they ask a question and you pull 1 to however many cards you are doing that
Right.
spread for that question. And then they ask the next question and you pull more cards. But it seems like with this, you lay this out and then you do the question.
Correct.
regardless of
So,
what the question ends up to be. So you're actually laying out the cards before the question is even asked. Interesting.
right. So let's say you have a question, or the whoever has a question can ask a question, and then we can actually do many questions on this one spread.
But they don't let me just ask this. Not everybody using Lenny's uses the grand tableau. So they might be reading in a different way, right?
Correct. That
Okay.
you can read Lenny's with 3 cards. You can read Lenny's with 5 cards, 4 cards, 7 cards. There's a 9-card block.
Okay.
Yeah, you can do things called mirroring. You can do pairings. This is fun because you can take the whole deck, pull it out, answer everybody's questions, and the whole thing is in play. And it's quite interesting how it just kind of flows. The energy just flows with the questions. It's quite beautiful.
Nice.
So, would you like to take a question from the callers now?
Oh, I didn't know we were doing that. I'm sorry. Yeah,
No, it's okay.
no, I thought you were going to teach a class on Lenormand and you were going to go through the cards. You were going to talk about what nobody even knows what Lenny's
Let,
are. And I didn't
let's
know
do
you
it.
were going to actually use the Lenormand for the questions today. But no, we can totally do that. I don't want to interrupt your process, however it is.
No, it's
No, but
okay.
I thought you were doing like a little mini workshop here where you were going to go, okay, this is the Lenormand. There's 36 cards. Here's some of the cards. Here's how you read with it. It was created by so and so and in 1837, and it's.
Oh,
I
we
thought you
can
were going to
still.
actually go through a class. Okay, so
Oh,
we got to
okay.
talk. We got to talk more about when you're doing topics. During the week before the show, you actually have to tell me what you're really doing because obviously I have a completely different idea from what we were supposed to do today. But there is a question in chat. Do you want to try
And
that?
I would love to do questions, and I
So
would
like,
I would actually love to do more about Lenny's.
okay,
I
so
would love to. So yeah.
we're gonna do Lenny's, folks, and Jamie was the first person in chat with a question on that. And wait a minute. Okay.
Let's.
And she said, my question when you start doing readings is, where is my current relationship heading? Where's my current relationship heading?
So here's what I am thinking we can do.
Mm-hmm.
We will do some questions. We will talk about Lenny's. We
Mm-hmm.
will talk about how they were made. We'll do more questions. Yes.
Oh,
Okay.
and like I said, I don't know anything about it. I'm trying to learn here. The only thing I do know, because I interviewed a few people that were putting out a Lenormand deck, and of course, Ciro Marchetti put out one, and some books.
Cheer McKenny.
And yes, and it became really popular for a blip there in, oh god, I don't know, like the 2010s or something. I don't hear a lot about it, but of course I don't hear a lot from other tarot groups anyway. But this is what I heard, was that what's interesting is that it's named after Madame Lenormand, who was a famous fortune teller back in the day, but she never used this deck. This is not her deck.
It
They
is not her deck.
I heard they made this deck and they used her name just because of the notoriety and to get, free publicity.
However, get off of the screen. She was, her name is Marie Ann, and she was a fortune teller. Let's see if this is going to come out at all.
Yeah, I can see her.
And she was arrested several times
Wow.
for
For
fortune
fortune
telling.
telling? Oh
And
my
her
God.
clients, she was so reputable with her fortune telling that
Yeah.
her clients actually bailed her out of jail.
Oh, that's so cool.
And so even though they slapped her name on the cards, oh, she has a history that she was an amazing woman. Really, she was. It she was in jail, she was in Paris, she was orphaned. This woman had been through the ringer. And she started working at the age of 10 because she wasn't going to be in no orphanage. So her stepdad said, okay, you can work. And she worked, and
Oh.
then she became a psychic. And so, yeah, she was pretty amazing.
Oh,
Uh,
couple of things. Dan has something in about the Lennies, and then Pamolika just came in. They have a question. We'll be getting to questions here in a second. We're actually going to do the Lennies for this. We're doing Jamie's question first. But Dan goes, so your table has all 36 cards on it? Question mark. And then he goes, and when you pull cards, do you put first card you pull, do you put in first card space? Question mark.
okay.
Yeah. I think he's trying to.
Let's see if this is
Joe
going to
Beth
work.
just came in. Hi, Joe Beth.
Okay. This is a horrible picture.
Oh, here, let me. Okay, I can see it though. Yeah.
So, all the cards are down as a template,
Okay.
and it has all 36 cards in order. And then, yes, you just shuffle your cards and you put them down on top of the template. The cards, the template cards are in order, the shuffled cards are not in order.
Okay.
And do you put it in the, when you pull the, yes, you put, when you pull the cards, so you're shuffling the cards and you just start with the first one, the second one, the third one, the fourth one, and you just keep going until you get all 36. So,
Okay.
yeah, yes.
So back to Jamie's question. That was
Okay.
where is my current relationship heading?
So, the lady I have is in for this exercise is with the coffin card. So, this is saying that you have to end something.
Oh God, I love that. You know why?
Okay.
You know why? Because while you were doing that, I pulled a couple of tarot cards, and
Oh no.
look
Yes.
what I got. The Nine of
Oh,
Swords.
you got the
I
nine
think
of swords.
this current relationship's going to be headaches, and then you got the coffin card, which is that reminds me of endings, kind of like the Ten of Swords or the what's another one? Shoot, my mind's blanking here. I'm trying to think. The Death card is another
Death
transition
card.
card, like that. That is so hilarious.
Yes.
What else
But
are you
if you
getting with the Lennies?
so I'm going to go from the lady to the man card. And if you
Okay.
keep going down, you got the ship, which means there's some kind of travel. But I also got the stork, which is movement. So again, travel. Do you have to travel to see him? Does he have to travel to see you? Are one of you traveling for work? Is travel one of your issues? Is that something that is a burden for you guys? Because we've got two more sets of cards. We got the sun and the book.
Oh,
You want joy, but there's some sort of secret hidden knowledge that, or secret,
yeah.
there's a secret. There's a secret that is really clouding your happiness.
Mm-hmm.
And you really need to dig that out.
Oh,
Because,
Michelle, this is fascinating. The other card I got, Queen of Cups,
ah,
talking about using your psychic ability to figure out those secrets, those hidden things.
yes.
Yeah.
Because if
So
you don't uncover it,
and my cards are just lining up with your Lenny's, which is so cool.
oh
So,
my gosh, this is amazing.
so just to tell wait, who are we doing the reading for? I forgot already. Was it
Jamie.
is it
Jamie.
Jamie? Oh yeah, Jamie. So Jamie, just doing your question literally like off the top. Let me bring it back up. Where is your current relationship heading? It doesn't look that good here, and the tarot is suggesting use your intuition here, lady. Use your gut instincts. What's going on. But then after that,
Mhm.
I got the Knight of Cups. So this could be a new individual coming in, or
Mm.
it could be about the current relationship. It might rekindle going forward because it's after the other cards and heading into the future.
Yeah.
So that's a
Uh,
possibility.
which is interesting because I also got the man under the man card, which is where we were heading, is
Okay.
the letter.
What is it? The what?
Letter.
The letter. Okay.
So with the letter, it's talking about written communication.
Mm.
This is a neutral feeling card. So
Ah.
it's not positive, it's not negative. It could be a restart, it could be
Mm-hmm.
an ending, but you really got to find out, because if it's going to be a restart or an ending, you have to find that hidden knowledge. You have to find that secret. And then you two have to decide, are you going to stay together? Because this is going to be a decision you have to make together. The communication cards. We got a lot of communication cards.
You know what's hilarious is when you said letter the first time, you kind of like phonetically pronounce it. You said letter or something like that. And what I heard was Lecter. So I thought you were saying it was the Hannibal Lecter card. I swear to God, that's what went through my mind. I'm like, okay, I shouldn't have binge watched the the, Hannibal series, a couple weeks ago because I have it stuck in my head.
That's
Need a guy with
fantastic.
a knife.
Yes.
Eh. Oh gosh.
uh,
So do you want to do another question from chat, go to phone calls, or do you have more to tell us about the Lennies?
so, what else can I tell you about the Lennies? Okay. The Lenny cards have, some are positive cards, some are negative cards, and some are neutral cards.
Mm.
So we have the house. I love the house because the house is a very positive card for me. It is this is a permanent card. So cards have time. These cards also have timings.
Mm.
Um, some are stand still, some are evening, some are sunset, some are, immediately or soon, but this is a permanence. So this is also comfort, stability. You can put so much into this one card.
Yeah.
And this is one of my favorites, obviously. So this is card
These
number
cards,
2.
especially the Ciro Marchetti version of the Lenny deck, is just so gorgeous.
They really are. The letter card. Look at this card.
Oh, look at that. See, I like that a lot better than the other card deck that you had that you showed the letter.
Yes. And this is why this is my favorite deck.
Yes, yes. I can see that.
And
Oh,
these have become so popular.
so one
They,
thing I
of
heard,
course,
let me ask you this, because one thing I heard is that unlike tarot, Lenny's are much better for, well, I don't know if I should say much better, but they're very good for reading like everyday questions.
yes, yes, they are.
Oh, by the way,
And
James said, were those white lilies? Okay, remember you showed the lily card and Jamie was, were those white lilies? I think it was the Ciro Marchetti uh
let's see here,
her.
lilies.
Yeah.
Oh, it's not the, it's not.
Oh yeah. Well, don't it was just a question in passing in chat that I wanted to pass on to you from
But
Jamie.
yes, they were white lilies. And as soon as I find them, I will let you know.
Okay.
Oh, I found them. Here you go.
Yeah, that's it.
Yes.
Yeah.
So when you do a 3-card spread, it's
Uh-huh.
pretty simple. You read it like a sentence. And that's one of the nice things about the Lennies is you can just pull them out, and because they have such a structure to them, they are meant to be read like a sentence. And then you get more into it, more cards, you can start doing mirroring and pairing. But you start with a 3-card spread and it's pretty simple. So, you got the letter. Okay, let's do this here. You got the letter,
Okay.
which again, we know that that is about
Written.
communication, mail, documents.
Oh,
And
email
then we got,
kind of, isn't it?
huh?
Well, would you said written communication, like would email count?
Yes. And then we got the dog.
Oh, I love that.
He's so cute. And
Mm,
this is about friendship, loyalty. Oh my goodness, my mind. Support, devotion, right? So let
mm,
me put these down. And then we got the garden. I love the garden. Like, this is my secret place, my happy place. The garden is about community, networking, large groups. It's also about society. So
has an Ace of Pentacles feel to it.
it does. It does. But you lay these 3 cards down, and if someone just wanted a general, so this would be today's reading for today. There is some kind of written communication, mail, um, something going on. You're going to get a letter from a friend, and it's a really good letter. It's a happy letter,
Oh,
and
okay.
they want to meet you in a large place. They want to meet up in a large place. So that's what I would take from these 3 cards.
Oh, okay.
You're going to get a letter in the mail or in an email, and it's going to be from someone you know, and it's someone you trust, and they're going to want to meet up, or you're going to meet with them in a large place.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how you read the Lennies.
It's interesting because you can do the same thing with tarot. In fact, when I'm talking about, because a lot of people have it stuck in their head that, you pull one card and the card means something and then that's it, and in reality, I've always said you don't have a reading till you pull more than one card,
Exactly.
and a lot of people teach that way. They say to read tarot also in the form of a sentence, but also some people talk about card combinations. And one of the examples I always give is like I'll show up on the screen. I'll put out something like the Knight of Cups, Two of Cups, Four of Wands. So
Yes.
so a message is coming in about two people getting together in a relationship and a celebration. So you read those 3 cards together. What do you have? A wedding invitation. Invitation's coming. Yeah.
Exactly.
So it's very similar to what you just did. That's really cool.
And these are more of a tarot than they are anything else,
Mm-hmm.
which makes them really nice. They just have a different meaning than the tarot.
Right. And it doesn't have the structure of, 5 suits, 4 of which
Right.
material realm, and all the, the 1 through 10 and in each suit. Instead, it's numbered 1 through 36. So it's a different way of, but it still has numbers on it, but it's just written out differently, and it's not grouped the same way. That's all.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah. Oh,
And
so
I like 3 card readings. I do that mostly when we do our readings.
right.
I
And
just like to do this occasionally
yeah.
because it's fun.
So let's do another one. I'm looking in the chat, and Kamalika had the next question. Will my mom and dad be happy with my first semester results? And as an example, I pulled tarot cards. I got the Hanged Man. So it might not be that great, there or there might be a delay in the results, or it may require a different perspective. But then the Two of Cups comes in, all right, and then after that, the Three of Cups. And look, it's a celebration. So, I think they might end up being happy with that.
Nice. Nice.
Cool.
Okay.
Were you going to do Lenny's on that, or do you want to just go to the next question?
I can do Lenny's. There's only 3. It doesn't, well,
Or let's just take that phone call because they've been waiting.
yeah. Yeah.
Oh, and we have another phone call coming in as well.
Nice. Okay.
Who's been waiting the longest? Okay, so area code 646. Hello, caller. Are you there? 646. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hi, I'm here. This is Zara. I'm calling from New York.
New York. I heard Zara or something.
Yes, Zara. Yes,
Oh,
Zara.
that's so
Hi,
cool.
Laura.
Got it right the
What a
first.
beautiful name.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thanks. Yeah, so I have a question about my daughter. And I'm wondering if the cards will shed some light.
Okay.
She is very eager. She's eagerly searching for a mate. Finally, after a lot of, yes, resistance, she's even open to looking online, and has some dating apps open. So I'm wondering if the cards shed on any light on when she'll meet someone, and how long it'll take, or anything about the gentleman. Would
Sure.
love to know. Thank you. Yeah, I just want the best. You know, us moms
Yeah.
looking out for our kids.
And Michelle, are you going to pull some Lennies on that? And I'm going to do some tarot cards here, Zara. And just so you and everybody else that doesn't know knows, typically when I get this kind of question, I start laying out tarot cards, and I'm just waiting for I'm waiting for a court card to show up, because that's going to be the person. Okay. And so I started laying cards out, and right away I got the Three of Wands, which is, just reflecting her search going on, but it's also saying her ship's going to come in. And the very next card is a guy coming in here, the Page of Wands. Yeah. So Wands is fire. So that would be the fire energy. He might be a Sagittarius, a Leo, or an Aries. Doesn't have to be. He could just be somebody that has that fiery energy,
That
but
energy.
Yeah. And the other thing is, it's a page. Pages are the youngest of
younger
the people.
Know.
So this
he's not too young.
No, but let me finish. The pages are the youngest in, the four court cards in each suit. You've got the page, the knight, the knight's more contemporary. Then you've maybe adolescent, and then you've got the children of the deck, or the pages, and then you've got the queens and the kings, the more mature people. But
right.
The page could be saying that this person is chronologically younger than her, but it doesn't have to mean that. It could just mean that they have a very youthful outlook on things. You see, they could even be older than her, but have a more youthful outlook. And then I see. Okay. Got the Ace of Pentacles saying that this is a new opportunity, and the Fool card that she needs to, take the leap of faith. She's got to, go for it.
Take the leap.
Yeah.
Okay.
What about you, Michelle?
That sounds great. Let's see what Michelle. Yeah.
Wow, Dax. Okay, so I got the ship.
Okay.
Here's your ship coming in, right?
The ship coming in.
It's like the Three of Wands.
Yes, but it gets so much better. I got the man, but I also got the fox card.
Fox.
But the fox card is not being sly or sneaky. He's being playful and young, which goes so along with Dax's reading.
Yeah.
In this card, he's an older gentleman, but the fox is younger. So again, he might be, chronologically the right age, but just a little not immature, playful and young in nature. And then I also got the woman card, which would be you, and I got the Ace of Spades. Well, spades, I believe, I can't remember what spades would be. I want to say pentacles.
That'd be Earth. Yeah. And wasn't that what I got? Yeah.
Yes.
I got the Ace of Pentacles. It's the same.
Yes. So, Ace of Pentacles. So there's your new start, your new beginning.
That is amazing.
Yes.
Wow.
Very positive.
Do we have like a timeline? Do you know?
Well, like I said, when I'm laying the cards out, like I said, Zara, when I do these kind of readings about, meeting new people, I start laying the cards out.
Yeah.
And the faster the faster a court card shows up, the faster it's going to happen. And so literally the card I pulled was the Page of Wands. So I mean, that's going to be really fast. And and the timing card of this is that Three of Wands that I got. It's 3 is the timing energy. So I'm feeling between 3 days and 3 weeks at the most.
And my ship card is a 3.
Oh my God, it's 3 too? That is
Yes.
amazing.
Really? Oh, really?
Oh my
Oh,
God.
Yes.
wow. What's
That
So
is
I agree with
the
that.
that's
universe
so
saying, hey,
funny.
this stuff works. Well,
That's
thanks for the
really,
call,
yeah, talk
Zara.
about
Now you're going to have to
synchronicity.
let us
Thank
know.
you.
Yeah.
Yes, definitely.
Oh,
Thank
yeah.
you.
But I want to
I'm
say
very,
something.
very,
I want to say something about that 3, though, is that, I said 3 days but not longer than 3 weeks. But in reality, it could be even faster than that, because Zara said that her daughter had started using apps, and that could
Yep.
be literally in the next 3 hours. It doesn't have to be even 3 days. Yes. So I just wanted to throw that out there. Yeah.
Yes.
Oh
Yes.
gosh. And we have another phone call. Hey, before we do that phone call, can I do the messages of the day? Things that are
Yes.
things that are going on with the Tarot Guild. We are the I should mention that we are the official broadcast of the Tarot Guild, and we are now in our 20th year. Yes, yes. And our site at thetarotguild.com, that was the world's only tarot social media networking platform. But for the new year and for the anniversary of the guild, which by the way will be October 31st, yes, believe it or not, on Halloween, we started the guild in 2004. And it's also, we just had in January, we just had the 14th anniversary of our radio shows being on radio and YouTube, and also our websites. Well, we decided to launch a brand new, modern, clean design social networking community website, basically Facebook, and it's called Psychic Cafe. And it's not just the only tarot social media networking platform, it's now the only psychic social media networking platform. That's right, because it's all psychic stuff all the time, with a heavy emphasis, of course, on tarot and numerology, because we are the Tarot Guild. So I just wanted to mention that you can come over and join Psychic Cafe, and it's completely free. Just go over to Psychic Cafe, and yeah, that is the actual URL. It's www.psychic.cafe. Yeah, not a .com, not a .net, .org, .co, .cc, there's all the dots, right? The extension is .cafe. Yes. So it is psychic.cafe. That's all you have to put in. You don't even need the www. Just in the browser, type in psychic.cafe. It'll take you right over there. Click the green join now button. There's also social media buttons there where you can join using your social media accounts, but you can put in an old fashioned, just put in a username and a password and a email address if you want. And you can go over to our page on psychic.cafe/coffee, psychic.cafe/coffee, and you can grab us a cup of coffee. It's also how you get to the top of the caller queue or the questions in chat. Yeah. You can buy us a cup of coffee before the next show, or even during a live show like right now, and let us know in chat on YouTube. By the way, you get to the YouTube live every day by going to psychic.cafe/live. We'll take you there, and get in the chat, let us know, and we will take your question first or your call first. That's right. And it's free to join the cafe, but we do have a sale going on, psychic.cafe/sale. Do you see a pattern here, folks? The URLs are really easy. Whatever you're looking for, you just do / and that thing. You're looking for the sale /sale. You're looking for Michelle /Michelle. You're looking for me, psychic.cafe/Dax. We're trying to keep this easy for you. Hey, yeah, but we do have a paid membership. It comes with a lot of stuff. Your certification as a psychic advisor or tarot reader, my course on tarot and numerology, which is a $297 course. You get that free, and all of our workshops from the past and upcoming workshops and live discussions and Q&As. Basically, you have our ear every week, on these shows. And the second and fourth Sundays, we have a live Zoom meeting You get a whole lot of other benefits. You basically get to set up your entire psychic business as a spiritual entrepreneur on Psychic Cafe, and it's just $39 to get you going. I kid you not. Go over to psychic.cafe/sale. It explains it all, tells you what you get. Also, the full set of benefits, if you go over to thetarotguild.com and click on the join now button, you can read all the benefits, but go to the sale URL to get the it's one payment of $39 now, and then another payment in 30 days, and then you're paid up for life. It is just really good. And I wanted to mention that starting Monday, we've been trying, shows at different times, daytime shows. We have like this one, or we started trying evening shows and different days of the week and all kinds of stuff. So this week coming up, I'm going to be doing my shows at 6:30 p.m. San Diego time, so West Coast US, 9:30 p.m. New York East Coast, and I'm going to be doing a show in the evening on Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday. So we're taking Tuesday off, and Friday should be Compassionate Light, but I don't know for sure yet, because I finally heard from Catherine Hahn like a day or two ago. We hadn't heard from her in 10, 11 days. Finally heard from her. Still has like a cough and scratchy throat. She can't talk well enough to do the show. So we may or may not see her next Friday. There might be enough time for her to recover. She's been dealing with this for over a month, folks. It's terrible. It really is. So a lot of healing energy. Our thoughts and prayers going out to Catherine Hahn.
Yes.
Oh, right. Yeah. Yeah. And then I did want to mention that we made the decision. We were doing these Zoom meetings every Sunday, so everybody would have an opportunity, because of the new website, Psychic Cafe, to come in on a live discussion on a Zoom meeting and Q&A and ask questions about the new platform, how to set up their profiles and their header image, and put things in their about section like buttons so that people can buy readings from them and stuff, and how to get a custom URL, and how to use all the features, plus all the other benefits, and then ask questions if they're in my course about tarot and numerology in general. Ask questions about the guild and certification and membership and becoming a professional and building your business. But we've been finding that we're not getting a lot of people taking advantage of it, and we think it's a little bit of overkill too. And so we have Maria's The Angelic View the first and third Sundays. So what we're going to do is we're going to cut back to the second and fourth Sundays, as it says here on this banner here. Oh gosh, you guys aren't even seeing this because I completely forgot. I forgot to turn off the background. I'm so sorry. You guys have not been seeing this. So let me fix that for everybody real quick here. We're going to go to the OBS camera. There it is. So yeah, it's going to be the second and fourth Sundays for a live Q&A and discussion on a Zoom call at 1 p.m. Pacific, 4 p.m. Eastern. And all you have to do on that day, actually, we're going to open the Zoom a half hour, maybe even 40 minutes, 45 minutes before the 1 o'clock start time, 1 p.m., 4 p.m. Eastern. So you can pop in 15 minutes ahead, 20, 30 minutes ahead, do a meet and greet with us. And you never have to write down or remember, one of those, or copy and paste one of those long, Zoom links to get into the Zoom meeting. All you have to do is write down psychic.cafe/Zoom and just type that in your browser. It'll take you right into the Zoom meeting on the second and fourth Sunday. So let me back up real quick. I had mentioned the psychic.cafe/coffee. You guys weren't seeing these. I completely missed that. And now in our 20th year, this is what I was actually showing you as I was talking about these things, and you guys didn't even get to see it. There's the pretty sale banner. I am really proud of how this one came out. I just had this vision of, for spring in April, I wanted a new banner for the sale. We've extended it through April. We've been doing this sale since the beginning of the year, and we're just trying to make sure everybody gets in on this lifetime membership deal. And I just had this picture of flowers and butterflies, and I wanted it to be kind of purplish to match our theme, our colors. So just really proud of that. Yes. And then my shows during the week, like I said, Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, 6:30 p.m. San Diego time, 9:30 p.m. New York. And all you need, again, psychic.cafe/live. And there's the Compassionate Light banner with Catherine Hahn. And then I wanted to mention the next angelic view. So the next angelic view is scheduled for Sunday the 21st. Now, Maria is kind of up in the air about this because she is her and her husband are going to be going back to New York from Florida. They're snowbirding it. So, we're not 100% sure if she's going to be able to do the 21st. She might be live. She might do a recording. She might skip it till May. The next one will be on Cinco de Mayo, the 5th of May. Yeah, so I just want to throw out there, it should be the 21st, but hey, not sure. Not 100% sure. And then I wanted to mention Michelle's next Mystic Corner in 2 weeks.
Woo-hoo!
Yes, the fourth Saturday of the month. So it's going to be April 27th. And she's having on Sunny Hancock, who is a psychic medium. So they're going to be talking about psychic mediumship, which is really exciting. We haven't talked about that on the network, Psychic Talk, in a while. So it'll be really cool to have a psychic medium on again. Psychic medium, Sunny Hancock, Saturday, April 27th. It's Michelle's first interview. So yeah, cross your fingers. Cross your fingers along with us.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. So we do have another phone call, and then let me look in the chat here. Who's been coming in? Oh, Promise came back. I remember Promise. And
yes.
Melissa said hello, and Jo Beth came in. And I think that's everybody. Let's see. Did we do? Yeah, we did Kamalika's about the first semester. We pulled cards on that. Okay. I think Jo Beth had something. I'm not sure what she's asking here. Recently, I just saw my hubby phone. I guess she was, what is it with people looking at their spouse's telephones? Michelle?
I don't. I just, why?
Yeah, I mean, it's like, why put yourself through possible, you're going to see things that are potentially nothing, but because you take it wrong, you're going to get it's so stupid. Just don't do that. Don't do that.
You're going to find what you're looking for, whether
Exactly.
it's real or not.
Exactly. I saw a flirtatious message to a girl. I confronted him about it, and he told me it's nothing. See, exactly what we just said. Just one day message. He was just seeing what are the girl's intentions. Yeah, I still am not getting what you're asking there. Although later Jo Beth says something about, what are my husband's intentions?
What are her husband's intentions? Yes.
Yeah, okay. Well, let's take a look and see what we get here. What are you getting? Are you doing that?
Here's what I got. Your husband, obviously the man. It is showing that, yes, he has some written communication.
See, oh, this is great, Michelle. It's like I'm learning to read Lenormand right now because I was like, oh yeah, there's the man and there's the message.
Yes. So it is showing that, yes, there is some written communication between your husband and somebody.
Okay.
Okay, now the next set of cards is the cross and the mountain. So you guys are suffering. This is the suffering card. And there is some obstacles. So you have a burden, but he has a burden too. And he is suffering and he is trying to climb a mountain, but there's some obstacles. And then we come to the ring card. Now the ring represents your marriage, your commitment, okay? And under that card is the key. What do you need to open your marriage back up? What revelation do you need? You need to discover what your relationship is suffering. Your husband's intentions are that he is suffering, he is burdened, he is overwhelmed, and he doesn't know how to communicate with you. And it's not you specifically, it's the spouse. A lot of husbands, a lot of wives don't know how to communicate with the spouse. And so they end up talking to somebody else. And then they have what's called an emotional affair, which is even worse than an affair, right? We all know that because we want our husbands to come to us. So unlock this burden within you and your husband, maybe some therapy, communication. Telling you, communication is really coming out today. And then you can bring that back to you and change this.
Wow.
So that's what I see for you.
So what I got kind of goes right along with that. It's not about this other person, this woman, or whoever he's flirting with or whatever. What it's about is what's going on in your relationship, which is what Michelle just said. Now, I got as the central focus card this Page of Pentacles. He is focused, his focus is elsewhere. And the question is not, oh, what's his intention with this other person? I don't think that what I'm getting is the intention is focused somewhere else. The intention is fulfillment somewhere else. His intention is not to like leave you and get married to this other chick. It's what's going on in your relationship that's missing. Okay, so you got to figure out what's going on in your relationship. What is causing him to put his attention elsewhere? And you guys need structure. Remember today, I got the 4 card, which is the Emperor, which is all about structure. 4 is about structure, literally and figurative. So figuratively, houses and buildings and whatever, physical structures, a bridge, and figuratively things like your marriage. You guys need to work on the structure. And what did I get? The page on either side of the page, Michelle, 2 4 cards, structure.
Yes.
4 of Cups. You and him, both of you are not happy. What's missing? Celebration card. Why did you get married in the first place? And the excitement is not there. The celebration is not there anymore. You guys need to get back to structure.
Yes.
That may be setting up date night. I don't know. Okay, but that's what's showing up in the cards.
Awesome.
And you know what's really weird is you were doing this topic today on the Lenormand, and here you are using the Lennies, and I'm using the tarot, and we're either getting exactly the same cards, exactly the same numbers in numerology, or complementary, you know?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's
I'm
almost
loving
like,
it.
you know, maybe we should be billing our shows. Whenever we do shows together, we should bill it as the Lenny tarot readings with Michelle.
Yes. Yes.
It's so cool. It's so cool. Promise says, I love the Lenormand. As a Cancerian, I love the house too. Oh, Promise, house, you know, we got that. We got the for the cards of the day. I pulled from the Eternal Seeker deck, literally the Seeker and the Emperor, which can sometimes refer to, you know, home, house, and structure, things like that. Let's look at some stuff here after Joe Beth.
Well, Promise asked, how do I balance love and money?
Okay. Now don't forget we have to get to that phone call too, but
Oh, yeah.
let's go with hang in there on the phone lines, and we'll get to you in a moment here. And by the way, anybody else wants to call in, we still have time. I think I set the show on Blog Talk for 90 minutes. So we got about 13 before we lose streaming. I don't know how long you go, Michelle. It's your show. Okay, but so oh, and let me just do some house cleaning because Joe Beth is in there. We already did Joe Beth's reading, but Joe Beth
Yeah.
is there a particular list? Okay, just so everybody knows, especially new people popping in right now, there's no list. You know, you just type your question in the chat, and there's two forms. You can either put in a specific question, so you write out one or two sentences asking a specific question, you know, it is my new flower bed going to bloom or not? You know, I mean, it could be that simple, you know, a yes or no, or, you know, is my husband cheating on me like we just got, you know, that kind of thing. You know, or it could be, can I have a general message from the universe? And we'll
Yep.
pull cards and see what comes up. And then, okay, I'm trying to get past this here. Where is, all right. I love the combination of tarot and Lenormand on this stream, Promise says. Very good. Okay, and then what was, I see a lot of stuff from Promise, and I'm just having so hard of a time like zooming in on what
It's way up there.
okay, what was the question then? Can you read it off? Because I cannot find it.
How do I balance love and money?
Love and money. Oh, I did see that earlier. Yeah, it's still can't find it though. This is weird. Okay. Because she's going into, you know, some husbands and wives choose to share all of their passwords with each other. Yeah, it's like, folks, have a password or a thumbprint or a facial recognition, and don't share it with your wife if you want a happy marriage. How do I balance love and money? Oh, she put it back in again at the bottom for us. Thanks, Promise. Yeah, because got all the
Okay.
way. I got all the way from the top all the way to the bottom of the chat, and it never showed up. So what are you getting?
All right.
How to. It's a how to. Oh, that's funny.
Okay. Interesting. Well, I got the tree, which is about health, legacy, growth, so inheritance.
Oh,
Um,
yeah.
it's also about roots. So investments. When I think of roots, I think of investments. Um, but I also, again, here's your family card. And then here's your money card, but it's also about resources, right? This is about resources, finances, starting a business. Okay. And then I also got the bear. I love the bear card. This is a strength card. This is also about being a leader. So, here's what I have to say. You have got time to balance your love for, I think it was what, family, love, and money. Okay. You have, people have big hearts, and you seem to be one of those people with just this huge heart. So start investing in yourself and your family,
Uh-huh.
and invest in those that you love, and then look at the resources you have and start investing financially. Maybe go start getting some stocks and bonds or Bitcoin. Um, and maybe if you have children or nieces or, you know, parents that might need some financial help, start a little savings bond for someone you love. Um, do some appreciation gifts of financial. And then that way you're balancing it out. If you feel like you've overspent, start a savings. If you feel like you've been given some money, start giving back to others. And that's how you balance out. But with the bear, be strong, be strength, and be the leader you need to be with your finances.
Mm.
And with others. Don't be too generous, but don't be selfish at the same time.
Mm-hmm. I'm getting that you have to come at it with nurturing and also logic. Okay. If we were doing an in-person reading, which, by the way, let's put that up there. You guys can go to our pages and you can book an in-person or video conference reading with us. Psychic.cafe/Michelle. That's Michelle's page. Like I said, we're making this easy for you folks. Wherever you want to go, it's Psychic Cafe / wherever you want to go. So Michelle's page is Michelle. Dax's page is Dax. That's right. All right. And so you can go over and book a session with us. And I would have more time, 20, 30, 40 minutes to spend with you. And if you came to me with that question, how do I balance love and money? I would go more deeply into that question and exactly what you mean, and try to go more deeply into different things you can do to do that, to do the balancing, not just, pulling cards here and being predictive, but I would do more life and success coaching. But these are the cards I'd be starting off with. Is the Queen of Pentacles. That's where that nurturing energy is coming from. This is the mom card, and she is in the middle, flanked or bookended by two cards that have swords in them. Swords are thoughts and ideas. The Justice card, which literally is about balance and fairness, and the Three of Swords, which, is, in other readings, typically, anguish and heartbreak and stuff like that. With this question, what it's talking about is you need to go with your head. That's the swords, analytical, not the heart. See how the swords are piercing the heart? So you need to not be wishy-washy. You need to be not emotional about balancing love and money. You need to go at it with a logical approach. So this is the framework, and then coming at it from a nurturing point of view, growing the wealth, like Michelle was talking about with investments and all, but also not just finances, your relationships, and family and spouse and kids and parents and best friends and BBFs and BFFs and what else, even coworkers, and and so that's where the balance comes in with the love and the money. And I would get more in-depth promise with you about, okay, why is this coming up? I'd use life coaching questions. Why, how, why do you want to know how to balance love and money? But basically it's doing it logically, even if you have to get, because people get lost in the emotions, you that's why you got the heart being pierced by the swords here, the thoughts and ideas, the analytical approach, instead of the emotional approach. Literally write out lists, or list is a bad word for it. Shoot, if I had my phone up here I could look up what I'm thinking of. Almost like having a schedule. Okay, here's the money thing, here's the love thing, and
Like the pros and cons.
or just time,
No.
time to work on the love things, time to work, and
Yeah.
have it listed out so that you do it then, and you don't do too much on the one side or too much on the other side, but you always approach everything from the nurturer point of view. Okay, so that's what I got. And then Dan's doing some counseling in there. Relationships or work for both partners. Blah, blah, blah. Anyway, he's going off. Rishab or something. Rish is in there. I want to say hi, Rish. And promises thank you. And I think I don't know, unless I missed something. I don't see anything else before Rish's, so I think he'll be next, or she, I don't know. Patty also came in.
Yep.
And has a question
Oh.
about my daughter and partner meeting partner this year. We do have a phone call though. Let's go to the phone call. Yeah. By the way, do you have anything else that we need to know about Lenny's that you wanted to go into?
So now we've seen how we pair. You've seen how we pair the different cards. You've seen how we've done the grand tableau, and you know how we do the different sentences, if you will.
So when you say pair the cards, you lay out the randomized cards on top of the tableau, and the two cards, are they normally, because you're holding up two physical cards, but normally there's not the one card, right? It's on the table written out, right?
Right.
So
And so it
so
changes the meaning.
So how are you picking, going to the card, and then you read that card, and then under it is the card that's in order.
Right.
The other ones are not in order, but you get the question, how come you go to the key card, or you go to the, I'm still not understanding why.
Okay. So in this order, let's see if I can do this. I have all 36 cards in order. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And if I lay them down, just lay all my cards down, and we have the question, what is my husband's intention? I'm going to look at the man card, and then I'm going to go from the man card over to, let's say, the ring. Now, that might not be a straight shot. That might end up having to go diagonal. That might have to go 2 cards over and 3 cards up.
Okay.
But you take those cards and you read them. And that tells you a story of what is going on.
Fascinating. Yeah, that's a
Yes.
really interesting. It kind of goes along with remember I was sharing with you guys, my deck idea
Mm-hmm.
and how patterns can be laid out. It's like
Yes.
this type of reading method with you basically have a matrix, and that could be superimposed over the geometric pattern layouts that I'm thinking of for the new deck. And
Yes.
it would be a similar way of reading as how you read with the Lenormand.
Mm-hmm.
Because you could lay out a pattern, and then, like you said, you look for that card, the man, you look for the rings over here, and then, okay, how do you geometrically get to that card?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, we could put tarot and or Lenormand on the type.
Ooh.
Imagine a Lenormand deck with
Oh.
the type of deck that I'm talking about, which we can't reveal because it's a secret.
Mm-hmm.
You guys have
Yeah.
no idea what we're talking about, but we have some cool stuff coming to you from the Psychic Cafe and the Tarot Guild, and we're getting new ideas right now.
Yes, we are.
Because remember, I told you that the new deck, the idea is to have all 78 tarot cards on it, but actually all 78 cards, each card shows up multiple times. So you could take all 36 Lenormand cards and have them show up multiple times.
Right. And with the grand tableau, I messed it up. Tableau. You're actually using 2 different decks. And so you have twice as many cards.
Oh, something just popped in my head. One of the most, like, the very first, like, we're talking about 2010, one of the very first workshops was from Mary Brown, who's no longer with us.
Yes.
Yeah. Busy taking care of family and everything, had to step down as vice president of the guild. And from our radio show, we were doing Tarot Today here on Saturdays, as a matter of fact. One of our first ever workshops, and her first ever workshop with the guild, was on a tarot version similar to, like, the Lenormand Grand Tableau, called the Opening of the Key Spread.
Ooh.
Very similar. Very similar.
Mm.
Yeah. So
Nice.
so continue on there. So we figured out how to do it now, kind of.
Yes. And so if you want to know something about wealth, we would connect the fish card with maybe the tree.
Okay.
And if you want to know something about stability, we would connect the anchor card with the tree.
Yeah.
And you just take different routes.
Also, can you show some of the cards from Chiro's deck and explain the cards? In other words, what's on a Lenormand card? I know there's an image, a number, maybe more than one number. I don't know. Anyway, what's going on with these cards? Oh, and don't the cards have, like, playing cards on them, which I never understood why they
do. So
this is very confusing to tarot people.
It really is. And once you really get into it, then it becomes a little more easier to understand. So let's look at the bouquet.
Okay, I'm gonna do this.
So this is the bouquet, number 9. The bouquet is gifts, appreciation. I love this card. It likes to fly away from me. Uh, this is a very positive card. I can't remember the timing on this all of a sudden. So I'm going to check out something real quick. Hang on.
Okay.
Okay. So this is a positive card. This is a springtime card. And this is a Sagittarius card. So there we go with that one. This is also about surprise and flattery. Okay. But it also has the Queen of Spades on it. So spades we know goes with pentacles. I haven't learned a whole lot about these yet. I'm still getting those into my brain.
Yeah.
But everything here will go back to tarot. So the queen, I believe, is with the queens, I believe. Yeah. So this would be the Queen of Pentacles.
Right, right. That's what I was thinking
Mhm.
of. As soon as you mentioned that, I said I didn't understand what's going on with playing cards, but actually I after you started mentioning the one on this card, it just popped in my head, Queen of Pentacles from tarot, and I'm like, oh, well, with playing cards, because a lot of people read with playing cards, and it's
Mhm.
and reading with playing cards, there's multiple ways of doing it, but one way of doing it is reading it just like tarot, only minus the major arcana. That's, you're just taking the
Yes.
arcana out, and so basically you've got the majority of the tarot deck, at least the minor arcana cards from the tarot deck, including the court cards and the number cards,
Mhm.
one of those cards on each of the Lenormand.
And this was actually a card game. It started out with a certain amount of cards.
Ah,
And
yeah.
then it became, and it was made actually by a German, oh, I can't remember his name all of a sudden. Henry something or another, but he invented the card game, and then that Marie Anne played,
Okay.
and then it became this. It became the deck of Lenormand. So it did start out as a deck of cards, hence these, but it also goes back to tarot as well, which is just a beautiful connection.
What
And
else
they're
did
all
you think about?
numbered 1 through 36.
Maybe show
So,
another couple cards.
yes. Okay, I love number 16, the stars. This is also a positive card. Yeah, I don't know what the zodiac sign is. Not, at least not off the top of my head. But this one is the 6 of hearts, and hearts is wow. Yeah.
Hearts?
Yeah. Um
Cups?
yeah, I would think so.
It's cups.
Stars, emotions, that makes sense. And it has all of the astrological symbols inside of it. I don't know if you can see that well.
Yeah, I like that one. That's a really pretty, it reminds me of the star card in tarot as well.
Yes, actually, and it has a lot of the similar meanings. Hopes and dreams. This one has visibility and progress. And then the moon card, which is the 8 of cups, hearts.
Mm-hmm.
And I think this is one of my favorites because it looks like it's sitting on the globe stand, which to me represents the moon is covering the whole world, not just our little piece of it, which is like it shows that it's in the whole universe. It's huge. And this moon card is your subconscious mind, your intuition, your emotions.
Mm-hmm.
I love this one. Yes.
By the way, did you know that your guest that's coming up, Sunny, is in the chat? Awakened Intentions.
Oh, hello, Sunny. How are you?
Hi, Sunny.
Hi, Sunny.
Well, I only just put two and two together myself. I saw, the pictures on the chat are tiny, 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 and I thought
They are.
I thought she looked familiar, but then she said, I messed up the password. I need to re-sign up. By the way, Sunny, you don't need to re-sign up because I see your thing here. Unless you just re-signed up, there's Awakened Intentions with Sunny, and I can fix your password. I can fix that, for you.
Absolutely.
And then I went there and I looked up Awakened to see if her profile on the new website Psychic Cafe would show up, and then I saw her picture. I'm like, oh wait, that's Sunny.
Yes.
That is so
We
cool.
just showed her. Yes.
Awesome sauce. Yep. And we just actually, Sunny, we just had your picture up a second ago. There it is. Look at the banner, Sunny, for the show on the 27th.
Woohoo!
Special guest Sunny Hancock, psychic medium. That's going to be great. Everybody is waiting for that show, Sunny, like you would not believe, because we have not had psychic mediums on the network in quite a while. We've had no one like talking about mediumship, and so we are all excited about that, waiting for that to happen. Anyway, are we still streaming on? Oh wow, we still have 17 minutes left. I don't know.
Wow.
Maybe I had actually gone to 120 minutes, but let's take that phone call.
Yes.
Area code 805, are you there? Hello, caller.
Hi, I'm here. How are you guys? Hi,
What's
this is Donna.
It's Donna?
Hi, Donna.
Yeah.
Where are you calling in
Hi.
from?
California.
Cool.
Rainy California.
Yeah.
It's raining. Yeah.
What you want to chat
Well, I
about?
want to tell you, I used to be very,
What would you like to chat about?
Right? Oh, okay. I used to be very lucky. Like I won a BMW and a trip to Italy and a trip to Hawaii and a trip to Tahoe, and I couldn't lose, right? Yeah. But I think it started again because now I won $13,000 at a casino,
Mm-hmm.
and then I just bought a $5 scratcher and won $100. So I won. I don't know. And then I'm getting my car fixed, and this guy has a big bouquet of flowers that pulled up in a truck to fix truck or something, and he gave me the flowers. So really weird what's going on now. So I wanted to see what you're picking up there on those cards.
All righty. It's definitely abundance.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
What are you getting, Michelle? Are you doing Lenormand on this one?
I am.
Is it? Oh, let me ask you. Is it from that grand tableau, or are you doing it differently? I'm just curious.
Oh, I'm just doing it differently.
Okay. I'm just curious. I'm just curious. Interesting. Okay.
Where
Sorry
are you
about the
guys?
dead air,
What state are
everybody.
you in?
Michelle's working on the cards. Sorry for the dead air, everybody. Donna, I'm in Tucson. Michelle, let
Oh,
everybody know where you're at.
I'm in Nevada.
oh, okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
Actually, we're
Close
all
to
really
California.
close because it's
Oh, yeah.
think about it.
Yeah,
It's
California.
Arizona and Nevada, California. You know, we're all in
Yep.
these three connected states. You know, it's pretty amazing.
Yeah. Okay.
Mhm.
Well, here's what I have. I've got the Rider card. There is a message that is coming in for you. And that message
Okay.
is that there is some windfall, obviously, but you need to be strong. You need to take charge of this. Okay, because I also got
Mhm.
the anchor card. So this strength
Mhm.
card is saying now you have some money. Now you have some things to stability to set set a foundation, set a oh goodness, start a savings, get something you need, because I also got the cloud card. And the clouds
Mhm.
are talking about what you can't see, confusion, misunderstanding. Um, don't waste an opportunity with this winnings. If you won some money, you need to set some aside for you, for your
Okay.
future, for the future of your family. Um, if something should happen to that brand new car and you've spent all that money, right? You got to figure out what you're going to do. You need to have a backup. Part those
Mhm.
clouds by having a backup. And that's what the message is coming in for you is be strong with your money by being a leader
All right.
and setting up some security for yourself. That's what I was looking for. You need to have security for yourself.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
So I hope that was helpful for you.
Yeah. Thank you. So yeah, it was.
Awesome. Well, thanks for the call, Donna. And I'm glad you called in. Please feel free to call back. You know, her phone number is almost identical to Charlotte's. I thought it was Charlotte calling in.
Oh.
Oh, and Donna, just real quick, I did get cards. The cards I was specifically looking at how she's manifesting like crazy is what's going on, really. You know,
Yeah.
got the Chariot card, you know, which is victory, and it's 7, like the energy today, the Seeker. You know, I think what's going on is whether consciously or subconsciously, you're just really focused and attached to these outcomes. And I got the 8 of Wands. 8 is abundance in numerology, and 8 of Wands is Wands is fire, so following your passions and everything happening very, very quickly. The central focus card, the card in the very center, is the Devil card. What we're attached to, our addictions, and things like that. Now, typically, when this comes up, Michelle, people think of the negative aspect of addictions, habits you want to get rid of, smoking and porn addictions and over sexual addiction. I mean, I can't remember what they call that.
Right.
You know, horny Michelle. No. What other kinds of things? God,
Oh
there are.
goodness.
Oh, gambling.
There's
gambling addictions. And hey, there might be a little touch of that, because remember, everything Donna started talking about right away was all
Yep, the
created
scratchers, and yeah,
in
I
the
love the
physical realm.
scratchers.
Yeah. But although typically when this card comes up, it's about attachments. We're talking about what we're attached to, and it's usually some kind of a limitation, a negative. It can also be positive. All right. So she is able to attach to an outcome in a positive way, which therefore manifests from consciousness to a reality. And so,
Yes,
all those things keep happening. And it's just a matter of attracting in what she's focusing on. And if she said about it, like being there and then it went away, and then now it seems like it's come back. Well, it never went away. You just changed what you were manifesting, because you changed what you were attached to, what you were focused on. There's some people out there that come up in conversations and on YouTube videos and things like that are literally thought of as lucky people.
yeah,
Every contest that they put in for, they win. And it's not luck, it's not accidental. These people have they started off a streak because they got focused on, they are going to do this, they are going to manifest winning this contest, whatever it was, and they won. And then they won the next one and the next one, and they just got into a feeling state where they are able to replicate that and win contest after contest after contest. Now, when it seems like luck, when it seems like, oh, Lady Luck is not shining on me anymore, what that means is that you either consciously or subconsciously have lost your mojo. You remember that in gambling? They used to say they got the mojo.
yes. Oh my goodness.
All mojo is confidence. It's focusing on it and being confident that you have already received it before you even have. So these people just will not take no for an answer. They enter a contest and they know they're winning that contest. And
Yep.
as they win different prizes in different contests, it is setting up it's a reaffirming of it. It's setting up an expectation. It's showing evidence to the positive, right, that it's going to happen, and they don't even have to work at it anymore, because they see the evidence that what they intend to manifests. People that lose the mojo, quote unquote, it just means that they've lost that confidence, and so you just need to reestablish it, and get yourself, the first one's the hardest. You got to get yourself into a feeling state where you already have that which you are intending to manifest. You've created a 360-degree 5 sensory visualization, and you are bringing into the physical realm what you're manifesting. And once you do that once, and then a second time, third time, then you get on a roll. And that's why, by the way, people have lucky streaks. We think it's some mysterious thing. It's not. The reason why you have a lucky streak is because you're having multiple wins. You're seeing the evidence, which is fueling the manifestation and continuing the manifestation. This is why the top 1%ers, unlike the other 99 of us, and I put myself in the 99, the top 1%ers, they can lose everything and get billions back next week. You know, they can start over from scratch at any time because they have done it so much and there's so much evidence. And by the way, most of them, you know, you've heard of having a silver spoon in your mouth. What that's really meaning is that you are brought up with this understanding that you are not like other people. And that you are in this family, and in this family we are successful, and whatever we put our eye on we manifest. So kids in you know, the top 1%, they're taught from a young age that they're not the same, that they have this mysterious ability to manifest, and they are cultivated to have that, to be able to bring themselves at will into this into this state of knowing that they already have it. It's not a wishing thing, you know, and that's the problem. Everybody else has it wrong. They wish things into existence. It's, for instance, that when the typical person in a Western culture, especially anyone like from the Christian faiths and so forth, when they talk about praying for something, it's petitionary prayer. You get it, Michelle?
Yep.
It's a wish. Oh,
Yep.
please, can I have this thing? That's not real prayer. You have to go to the Native Americans and other indigenous cultures to learn what actual prayer is. Prayer, have you heard of, well, here's a good example. Indian rain dances, Native American
Yes.
people,
Yes.
you know, so people from the Western cultures would go and say witness a rain dance. You know, actually in the old days you weren't even allowed to do that, but you know, but you witness a rain dance, okay? And you know, the person would say to the person that was their I don't want to say mentor, but you know, as if they were on a tour,
Yeah.
tour leader kind of person, you know, and go, oh, you know, they're praying for rain. And the person, the tour guide person, you know, who's actually from that culture would say, no, they're not praying for rain. They're praying rain.
Exactly.
And it's like, what do you mean praying rain? You know, from our culture, we can only think of praying for, please let it rain. Praying for
No.
it's praying to an outside entity, the G.O.D. or something else, to give us what we want. That's not what praying is. Praying is you are praying rain. What are they doing? They're doing this rain dance.
Yep.
What are they
Now
doing?
feeling it.
What are they doing in that rain dance? They're
90 seconds.
Oh shit, we hit the 90-second thing. Sorry guys. Okay, we're going to stop live streaming on radio, but if you're dialed in, you're actually still going to be hearing us after this goes away. Don't worry, the YouTube's going to keep going, okay? But let's finish up this story and then see if there's anything.
Yeah.
Then we'll finish up for the day. But the thing is, okay, when we look at
60 seconds.
Native Americans or any indigenous culture doing a rain dance, we're seeing people dancing around, and we're thinking they're just having a good time, or they're raising their energy and vibration, and they're praying to the Great Spirit to bring them rain. No, they don't pray to the Great Spirit like we pray to God. They pray rain. So we see them dancing. What they see, what they feel and experience, it's what I've been telling you guys on the shows over and over and over. The 365-degree, all the way around, 5-sensory visualization. They are smelling the ozone.
10 seconds.
They're smelling the rain in the air. They're feeling it under their feet, the wet, the mud, their feet going up and down, dancing in it. They're feeling it coming down and hitting them. They're hearing the rain falling, the sounds, maybe even sounds of lightning, things like that. They're seeing, visualizing, seeing the rain coming down, and they're literally tasting it in the air. And so they're using all five senses, and they are praying rain. So what does it really mean? It means they're experiencing it as if it's already happened. It is there. And that is manifestation. And it is so hard because we are not raised to pray that way. We're raised to do petitionary prayer, where we ask for things, pray to the saints, pray to Mary, pray to God, pray to Jesus, pray to the angels.
And that's
natives don't do that.
Nope.
They pray as if it's already happened. They know that it's not outside themselves. It's not some entity granting a wish. It's not the genie in the bottle. What it is, in fact, remember the movie The Secret, and a lot of the people in it, when they started talking about the law of attraction, and they referred to it as like having a genie in the bottle. Big mistake. That is not what it is. The Secret, the people in The Secret even got it wrong. It is not the genie in the bottle. We have the power.
Yes.
Because of the Temperance card. What? Dax said it's the Temperance card. Look at the Temperance card. Look at the Star card, the card of hope. What's going on with those individuals? They have 1 foot in the water in both cards, and they have 1 foot on dry land, 1 foot in the spiritual realm, 1 foot in the material realm. It's the human condition, folks. We are spirit temporarily, or consciousness, you can think of it, a piece of the great consciousness, temporarily inhabiting a material body in the physical realm. So we're straddling between the two. And because we're able to, in the consciousness side, in the spiritual realm, map out, design, architect, create a visualization. I wish I had a better word than visualization, because it's not visualization. It is visualization, but it's not just seeing the thing.
It's a sensing. It's a full.
It's hard to describe.
It really is, because you have to sense it with all of your senses.
Right.
You got to see it. You got to feel it. You got to hear it. You got to smell it. You got to taste it.
And by the way, do you notice something going on there? We live in the Matrix. That's why the movie The Matrix touched us on a subconscious level. When that movie came out in 1999, I remember watching that, and I'm like, oh, this is really what's going on. We live in a holographic universe. It's not real, folks. And, we've been told this since we were a little kid, that everything we see, knock on hard things, you can't see what I'm knocking on, unfortunately with the background, you can't see me knocking on wood. All these objects, and even energy itself, is made up of atomic particles, which is just energy popping in and out of existence, out of the quantum field, or the 0-point field that the scientists talk about. That's the spiritual realm, folks. That's the consciousness that we're talking about. And so our physical reality is just popping out of consciousness. It's what we are imagining in consciousness. And we have a shared reality, because there's, the 8 billion of us on the planet, and we're all manifesting at the same second. That's why we don't have instant manifestation, by the way. People wonder why, there isn't magic. There is magic, and some people can do it, but it requires infinite amount of study and mindset to do it. And those that have a life path 44, which is super rare.
Michelle.
There's
I don't
only
think she's on today.
No, but Michelle's an example. I'd love to talk to her to see if she actually experiences this, or if she doesn't, it means she's not in alignment and not following the life path 44.
She's
It's 1 in a million people have this, are a life path 44 and have the ability to instantly manifest. I bet you people like Buddha and Jesus and Hare Krishna,
yeah,
I'm trying to
Muhammad.
Saint what's the one from the Germanic, from Germany,
Uh,
Saint God, I can't think of it right now. Anyway, these people seemingly were able to manifest instantaneous.
yeah,
The reason
yeah.
why we can't do it, remember, first of all, we have to get into the 1% where we actually understand we have the ability to do this. But even those of us that figure it out and start to manifest, the reason why there's not instant, why it takes time for it to appear, maybe a day or an hour or a week or a month or a year. The reason why it takes time is because everybody outside of us, they're all manifesting too. And the big problem is that 99%, they are manifesting unconsciously, subconsciously, yes, without intention. They are letting life, we are all letting life happen to us. And that is why we can't manifest instantaneously, because we're butting up against the manifestations, the shared manifestation, the shared holographic physical universe that's being manifested continuously out of the 0 point field by all of us consciousness, all thinking at the same time. That's why the majority of us look up and we see a blue sky. And you look up and see a blue sky. I look up and see a blue sky. And it's a shared reality. We have decided together that the sky is blue. And that's why it's blue. We could change that tomorrow if all 8 billion of us changed our mind. The sky is orange now. We could do it, but you can't.
Yep.
The trouble is you can't get 8 billion people to do. The cool thing is, at some point we may actually, because of the internet, we may be connected enough to actually pull this off. We could pull off world peace. If you get even, you don't even need 8 billion. If you got 800 million people all focused on that at the same time, it would create a snowball effect where eventually everyone's reality would change. And by the way, they've already done this. They've tried it as a thought experiment in certain cities, gotten a whole bunch of people in. Everybody prayed, not that kind of prayed peace. What does that look like, smell like, taste like, feel like, sound like? And guess what? The crime rates in those cities drop down.
Wow.
During that time. So it's already a proven fact that it actually works. It actually works. And you know how they say, well, prayer works. We all got together and we prayed for this individual. It's not petitionary prayer, though. They may actually be doing petitionary prayer. Like take 100 people and they're all praying for someone. A lot of them may be praying to God, please, save this person, make them healthy, whatever. But they're also consciously or subconsciously visualizing that person healthy. And that's what's really taking effect. It's not God doing it. It's not us petitioning a higher power. We have it upside down. We're the ones with the higher power. The people on the bottom of the pyramid, we're actually the ones with the higher power.
That's
But
right.
we just don't know it. We don't know that we can do it. We are the only ones that straddle between the physical and the spiritual, the material and the spiritual realms. Angels don't do it. God doesn't do it. Discarnate entities, demons, whatever, don't do it. You know why they say the devil has no power and demons have no power? Because they don't. They
Nope, they don't.
have to talk in your ear and they have to get you to manifest something, because only
Mm-hmm.
humans have the power to manifest. only sentient beings. And yes, there may be some sentient beings on the planet that also can manifest, but for the majority, we're talking about humans. Well, and I don't want the little green aliens to get mad at me, so if there's sentient beings on other planets, we'll include them too. But here on Earth, except for the folks that are visiting us from Alpha Centauri and Mars, it's mostly us. Okay, it's humans have the ability. There are some incursions into the material realm. These are the things you hear stories about angels saving people and things like that. It's called an incursion into the physical realm. It requires incredible amounts of power for that to actually happen. 99% of the time, discarnate entities, demons, people that used to be alive, angels that are now in non-physical form, angels, they have no power to affect change or manifest in the physical realm. We're the ones with the power,
Yep.
And it's like, if I could get any message to anybody ever in my life on this planet, that's what it would be, is to finally wake up and realize that we are not on the bottom of the totem pole, God, the angels, blah blah blah, poor humans down here. No, it's the other way around. It's the whole reason for everything. Why did consciousness G.O.D. even bother to create the universe and linear time? And then obviously it's for experience. You can't have experiences without linear time, and there is no linear time before the universe was created. It was like everything happening at once, right? So consciousness created the universe to have space-time, and that allows us to have linear time where something can actually happen. There can be an experience. So why did that happen? And why did all this evolution happen to the point where we exist now, where we can have separate consciousness from the collective conscious, and therefore have our own desires and create our own experiences and manifest things? The whole reason why the universe and we were created is because consciousness couldn't manifest, because discarnate entities can't manifest.
Exactly.
The way it's explained in sacred geometry, the great consciousness separated into little consciousnesses, and that's where the angels came from. The angels were first. Then the physical universe was created through sacred geometry. That's a long story. But then in the physical universe, the consciousness kept tweaking things and trying to get life, got the first little buds of life, kept evolving it and manifesting it and evolving it till they got to primates, till they got to humans, where now we can contemplate our own consciousness and God's or God's consciousness, and where we can go, I want the thing, and manifest the thing. And that was we are the whole point of everything in existence. Humans are the whole point. It's not a byproduct. It's not an accident. It's not the stories in the Bible, God with his little play toys, humans. It's not what it is. It's consciousness wanted more than just, think about it. Before the universe, Michelle, you had this huge consciousness, but it wasn't separated into individual consciousness. So it was this one thing.
Right.
There's no experience going on. So there's nothing, you don't got Netflix, folks. It's boring as all.
Yeah, exactly.
And it doesn't know what to do. It doesn't know what to do. And by the way, this whole thing about, well, God had it all pre-planned and knew what was going to happen,
Mm,
5 billion, 13 billion years later. But no, it didn't. This is a huge experiment that it put into motion to have something else besides just existing for existence
yes.
sake. And so it started expanding itself, and it's a complicated story how it forms the flower of life and then forms Metatron's cube, which we get the 5 platonic solids, which is how we manifest physical objects in the physical universe. And that's, by the way, that's where tarot comes from. Those 5 platonic solids that comes from the original formation of the physical universe. That's why tarot works. And nobody in tarot talks about what I just talked about.
Nope.
Yep.
Nope. You're the only one.
Yeah. Anyway, exciting stuff. Like
Yes.
we're probably way over time now, but having lots of fun here though. What's going on?
Yes.
It says the sunrise is the universe saying good morning. The sunset is the universe saying good night. I love that.
I like that.
Trying to see if there was any other questions before we go off air. Oh, the sunset makes the sky orange. There you go.
Oh, yeah.
That's true. A better analogy would have been, say, we all decide that the sky is purple instead of blue.
Yes. Yes.
Promise is a Native American Christian. Oh, that is so cool. And they worship water in their culture. That's
Yep.
well, water is the building block of life, so.
See, and that's why I prefer my pagan lifestyle, because I like a lot of the Wiccan things, but I'm not Wiccan because
but
it's
the pagan,
religious.
but a lot of that is very close to a lot of native cultures.
Yes.
Native, it's more earth-based,
Yes.
so like Wiccan and oh shoot, my mind is blank. What'd you just say?
Pagan.
Pagan. So pagan,
Yes.
Wiccan, Native Americans, other indigenous cultures, all earth-based religions, and
Yes.
yeah.
And that's where I fall into. And that's why I go right along with that.
And by the way, way before I started studying sacred geometry and everything like that, and tarot and all, and numerology, I had a hard time with earth-based religions when they would talk about, the rocks are alive and the trees, and hug the trees and the trees are alive.
Right?
And the dirt is alive. And I'm like, what are you talking about? It has no brain.
Yeah, right?
You can't think. But then I found out that, oh, gee, in elementary school, they taught us what the atomic structure was, and atoms and molecules and the little tiny microscopic particles that make up the subatomic particles that make up the atom and the physical universe. But they never bothered to tell us that those particles don't really exist until they're observed by an observer consciousness, and they pop in and out of existence out of something called the quantum or 0 point field, which is consciousness. It is the spiritual sound. And so once I started learning that, I was like, oh, wait a minute, that means everything is consciousness, which means a rock is made of consciousness, so it would be conscious. Yep. And so that changed my mind on earth religions and
right.
some of their concepts that didn't make sense to me. Now it all makes sense to me, but my main is that I think we spend too much focus on the ritual and on the religion and beliefs and things like that. All we really need is stepping back and realizing that we're consciousness. The physical universe is a hologram that's built out of consciousness, and therefore we can tweak it. And that's all you need to know. You don't even need to know anything else. And all magic, all ritual is about, and I don't care what religion it's from, it's all manifestation, right?
Patty D.
Yeah, Patty B had a question a while back. We had gone to phone calls, and then we were going to do Patty next, but I didn't get her question. I'm trying to figure out where it went. I'm having trouble finding it now.
Oh, will my daughter
Oh,
meet
yeah.
her partner in life this
This
year?
This year, yeah. Okay. Oh, I really think so. I really think so. Michelle, just a couple of cards in, I got the King of Wands. And so
Oh,
he is showing up already. Wands again is fire, so possibly not, doesn't have to be, but possibly a Leo, a Sagittarius, and Aries. One of the fire signs, but he may also be just somebody that's really passionate about what he does. It's showing up as a king, so a mature person. The central focus card I got is the Eight of Cups, which is again a yes card. Four of Pentacles, a yes card. Okay, so again, back to four again with structure. I love it. Remember we got the Emperor card for the card of the day, one of the cards of the day. And so yeah, there's something about, what are you holding on to tightly, or maybe too tightly? And what kind of structure around this? The Eight of Pentacles is double structure. It's 4 and 4, and it's manifestation. How do you manifest this? How does your daughter manifest this? Okay, she may have some baggage that she needs to let go of, some emotional baggage, maybe stuff around previous relationships. And then after that, the king comes in. And I think, definitely can do it this year. She could do it. 8 is the timing card, so she could do this in the next 8 days to 8 weeks. But I don't think it's going to be farther out, because you said this year. I don't think it's going to be farther out than the 8th month. So August. That's what I'm getting. I don't know if you pulled cards on that too, or.
well, because I had to kind of redo my set, from the man card to the woman card is only one. So again, the man card is behind the letter, but the second card on its way is the letter card. Interesting. And the cross is under that letter. So between her and this gentleman that she's going to meet, there is some communication that has to take place. And what is, again, just like Dax said, what does she need to let go of first? Because the coffin is behind her. So what does your daughter need to let go of? Again, a past relationship, because there's this letter, this written communication, and like I said, it has the cross behind it. So what is this letter? Does she need to write a letter to say goodbye to somebody? Because the cross is suffering. So obviously she is suffering. So, but the letter is a fast card. So it is fast timing. So yes, she could meet someone this year, but she has work to do.
Right.
And this is a 27, which is a 9. So yeah, 8 to 9 months, which again gives her that time to work on herself.
Yeah. It may be also the 8th or 9th month, as well. So it could be like August to September. Oh, it's so funny. We're sitting here giving this reading for, Patty's reading, and Dan's answering Patty and going, they might have done your question, Patty. However, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, Dan, you are not listening to the show then, because you are totally missing that we're doing the answer right now. Anyway, that that was hilarious. That was hilarious. Okay,
Uh,
we need to get going here. We are like way over time, but it was just so much fun. Plus, we were
yeah,
such great information.
we
We
were.
we
You
should
were on a roll.
Yeah, we should talk more about manifestation. I'm thinking maybe do the tarot cross of manifestation and the 4 steps of
Ooh,
manifesting. It's with
yeah,
the 4 aces and the magician card, folks. Yes, it's interesting. I don't think many people think about this, even people that are way into tarot. They don't think about, wait a minute, the first card of every suit in the deck is a 1 card, which is new beginnings. And then each card, okay, so you got the 4 aces from the minor arcana from each suit, and then from the 5th or the quintessential suit, the major arcana, you've got the magician. So you got the magician and the 4 aces, and they form the cross of manifestation and show the 4 steps of manifestation. So really the beginning of the deck, the whole deck is about manifesting or creating your future, not predicting. It's amazing.
exactly.
Yep. A lot of people don't get that. There's also a cool thing that actually my friend Jerry in San Diego came up with. It's the I forget what he called it. It's the king cross. It's a cross made with the king, and it's spooky. But
Mm,
I'll pop that up on another show. And
yeah, definitely.
have you ever seen this? Yeah.
Ooh, exciting.
Yep. There's all kinds of little things that people, even people that have studied tarot for 30 years don't know about. You know.
Yep, yep.
Well, thanks everybody for being here. It was a lot of fun.
Yes, thank you. I had such a great time.
Oh my gosh. And don't forget the Zoom meeting tomorrow. Oh,
Yeah,
which reminds me, I gotta get out of here so I can show that again. Here we go.